there's really pure anarchy going on in Chicago. The defensive coordinator resigned out of nowhere. Like Alan Williams out of nowhere said, yo, I'm done. He said, I'm leaving. Justin Fields, he calls out his coaches. Then he kind of walks it back in the locker room later on during the day. Apparently, I saw that like $100,000 worth of equipment was stolen from the Chargers facility earlier this morning. Like, it is chaos in Chicago, pure chaos. What is at stake, though, for Justin Fields against the Chiefs? If they start 0-3, you know the playoff odds.
That's tough. And it's the Chiefs. So
it's the Chiefs. What's at stake?
What's at stake is that the front office did the right thing by trading away that first-round pick, right? You did a lot of things with that pick. Got a quarterback, potentially traded a team to get their quarterback, to get that first pick overall. You did so many different things. And the front office, they actually say, you know what? We believe in Justin Fields. We want him. He's our guy. Cool. You go get you a tackle who's really, really good. You go get you a #1 receiver in DJ Moore, who's really, really good. And to have Darnell Mooney as your #2, and then even Claypool as your #3, those are weapons. If they go anywhere else in this league on another team, they will do well. And when you ask me what's at stake, it's Justin Fields. Are you here to stay or are you not? Right? I don't even want to get into the blame game. It's his fault, it's their fault, it's the coaches. We need to know that you're the real guy. They drafted you in the first round for a reason. It looked good in the beginning. We're in the preseason game. Oh, this is easy. Do you remember saying that? Oh, this is easy. And now the real thing has surfaced. And it looks easy that you can't play the position. And if he doesn't play well this game, I'm not even saying to win the game because I don't think they're going to beat the Chiefs. In Arrowhead, Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, he knows what he's doing. Oh, man, trust your instincts, buddy. Defense, yo, he going to throw y'all picks. I told him to trust instincts. Anyway, if he goes to Arrowhead and looks bad, picks, fumbles, you got to get rid of him. Yeah. And this will be his last time starting this league. I'm being serious.
Joy, how many petals are left on the flowers that Mahomes gave Fields?
I'm just saying.
1 second.
Patty Smart. Good job out there, kid.
James, here's what I'm thinking. I think Justin Fields playing for his reputation this weekend, completely. I don't think he's playing for a starting job, not just yet, but he's playing for his reputation. Y'all remember when Justin Fields came out of college, the majority of America said he should be the second quarterback after Trevor Lawrence. Out of high school, he was the second best quarterback. In college, he was the second best quarterback. Then in the draft, all of a sudden, Zach Wilson was better than Justin Fields. Trey Lance became better than Justin Fields. And we were like, y'all crazy. What are y'all doing to Justin Fields, ranking him so low? He's always been second to Trevor Lawrence. But if he struggles again, 0-3, Justin Fields would have lost 11 consecutive games. The Bears would have thus lost 13 consecutive games. His reputation would completely shift, and how people perceive him would completely shift. What Justin Fields is playing for is his reputation across the National Football League, from fans, from owners, from general managers, and from players.
Man, this is a gut shot right here, because as y'all know, I roots for Justin Fields.
No doubt.
Yes, you do.
I want Justin Fields to go out here and have success. And I know player hater Shady is over there, but I gotta agree with my dog, though. I gotta agree with my dog.
Oh, wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
He comes on here and he says, you know, I just keeps it real and all that, but he keeping it real on this one. I truly believe that Justin Fields is playing for his job. Just like we put Zach Wilson in that category, it can't be you.
Can't be you.
The reason y'all losing right now is a big reason on the way you're playing. So it cannot be you, Justin Fields. You have to go out here. I'm not saying you got to outdo Patty Mahomes and you got to throw for 400, but you have to look like you are growing. You have to look like you are getting better. You guys are staring in a 0-3 deficit right now, which means 0-3 is a 1% chance of making the playoffs, which means you're not going. So why are we going to continue to put you out there if we know we're not going to the playoffs and it's a dude out here in L.A.? When we could put a dude in Nathan Peterman that we just signed to go out here and lose games, like the Cardinals is putting Dobbs out there to go out there and lose games. And now I can get
It's a good point.
a first-round quarterback with that #1 pick and move Justin Fields and whatever it is, trade him, release him, whatever you're going to do, and let him really go and be a backup in the National Football League.
So I got to make two thoughts. Number one, Ryan Poles, current general manager of the Bears, did not draft Justin Fields. He passed on Bryce Young to retain Justin Fields. Keep in mind, the Bears own the Panthers' first-round pick. Bryce Young is out this week and potentially further weeks with the lower leg injury.
Oh, they got
the Panthers' first-round pick,
and they
got their first-round pick. To James's point of, Polls is not dedicated to Justin Fields. But I have one question, James. I got a question, and this might completely change your opinion of Justin Fields. I might be able to do it. Can we roll the tape? Can we roll that? Justin Fields is wearing a hoodie.
Come on now.
He's wearing a hoodie. Now, I know what Hoodie James can do. What can Hoodie Fields do? Because he's wearing a hoodie.
Yeah. Man, we on to something now, man. When you toss the hoodie on, He's
wearing a hoodie.
It's just,
it's different.
It's like a Superman cape. You just turn into something totally different and you go out there and make plays. So, man, if it's anything that encouraged me today on the show, you just did it. Man, can I change my pick? I'm picking the Bears.
But see, if there was an 89 with the hoodie, he was a baller, though. He was a baller. Can I ask a serious question, right? So let's say he goes out there and he's been the same guy that we've been saying, and they lose, because we don't think they're going to beat the Chiefs, right?
They should.
So I don't even think like the 0-3 matters for real, because this is a big game, right?
No one's picking them to win this.
Right. But my thing is, if he doesn't look good, we got to stop going to Ohio State to get these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm critical of his game because the way he looks, but in a serious manner, it's like, we go to Ohio State to get these players because they're so good, all the talent is there, but I can't name a good quarterback that was good in college, or that was bad in college at Ohio State, and then Winston Lee that was good. All of them look good in college. They get to the pros and this be whatever. Now, hopefully, I think C.J. Stroud can change that, but we got to put more emphasis on that. These GMs around here, these coaches, you keep running to Ohio State to get quarterbacks. Now, corners, wide receivers, running backs, even linemen. Different story. But as quarterbacks, I mean, think about it for a second.
But, Shady, it's tough for a GM to watch Justin Fields in college and see all the potential and all the talent. Like, you see him throwing the ball well in college.
I hear that.
You see him running, making plays with his legs. Like, it's tough to overlook that.
But the issue is this. What I'm saying is they all look like that. True. They all look like that.
They do.
They all look that good. Like, man, you see that ball, you see that record, you see them stats. That's into the league in this elite versus elite. And they not elite no more.
The issue is nobody is moving out of that number one spot.
No.
Oh, not for this.
Nope.
Oh, no.
They might not have to move out. They might be
like, this is why when we were talking about the Cardinals, I'm like, that's a cute game to play, but no one is going to trade out of Caleb Williams. No one's doing that. Nobody. Unless it's a catastrophic situation and they already have their, best quarterback in the league type of conversation and it's just a disaster. No one's moving off of that spot. Not saying that you shouldn't prepare for it, but it's up to Justin Fields at this point. You mentioned all the things that they gave him. He's in his third year. He's not a rookie. We all might be rooting for him, but at the end of the day, he's got to go out there and look like he is growing. This is just what the league is. And the other guys in his draft class have been moved on from because they did not grow. Trey Lance, gone. Zach Wilson was gone, got forced back in, and still might be gone.
Yep,
so all of the defenders, like, we want this to be something that it isn't. Everybody else isn't getting that great.
There also comes a point of, if you know the Bears aren't going anywhere this year, say they start 0-5, right? Because 0-3, there's a 1% chance. Make it 0-4 where there's no chance. If you know the Bears aren't going anywhere this year, let me ask y'all, and I know we got to go to break, but this is good. I apologize. There is no point in starting Justin Fields. Like, is there one?
The only point is
the
only point.
You do got fans.
You have fans. You have fans for one. You can't tank the entire rest of the season, especially when you went into the season with some expectations. But also, you probably want to get something for him too. Like, you can also develop into something.
You think if they go 0-5?
If he goes out there and runs like he was running last year, part of the reason why there was even talk of keeping him is because how he was running last year.
Exactly, and I think that's the big thing. Because if you're 0-5, you know you're not going nowhere but to Cabo. So why am I going to have Justin Fields out here and he possibly can show flashes?
Yes. Or worse. Here's worse. He could get hurt. Remember, that's the Cardinals' dilemma with Kyler Murray. Cardinals are currently like, should we even play Kyler? Because if Kyler gets hurt, we can't move off of him. There will come a point where the Bears are like, we can't afford for Fields to get hurt. So maybe we just stash him for Peterman, who I believe threw 5 picks in a game before.
I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. All right. The Raiders did my boy DC like that. Benched him the last 2 games. This dude is the leading passer in franchise history.
Was it the last 3? What?
The last 2 games. They benched him because they didn't want him to get hurt. Because they knew they was moving on for him.
That's a good point.
So if you gonna move on from Justin Fields and we 0-5 not going nowhere, Nathan Peterman, whoever the backup quarterback is, go out there and now our eyes are set on this number 1 pick. And I promise you, if he don't go out there and the Bears fans get that number 1 pick, they ain't gonna worry about losing.
They ain't gonna be too mad. They ain't gonna be too mad.
And they had 2 picks. The Panthers and
Nate. Yeah.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.